Today's conversation is sponsored by First Generation Capital Partners. If you're an accredited investor and you want to know about how we're helping other accredited investors keep more of their income, go to firstgencp.com/going long.
You're listening to the Going Long podcast with Billy Keels, the #1 podcast for long-distance real asset investing.
Welcome to the Going Long podcast. We're back once again to continue to help to educate you so you feel much more comfortable as well as confident investing beyond your backyard. And yes, I'm your host, Billy Keels, and I'm super excited to be back here with you on another solo episode, just the two of us. So this is going to be really, really cool. And I've got one of these things about partnering, and wow, this is it's just some insight that I know you're going to get a lot from, and it's going to give you some ideas to create new alternatives for yourself, which I know you're going to get a lot out of, or at least that's my hope. So listen, also too, thanks for continuing to share, continuing to bring new people to the Going Long podcast world. We really, really appreciate that. You're sharing across social media, your screenshots, and you're tagging us. We really appreciate that. Also too, if you want to continue to leave your honest written reviews as well as ratings, we really appreciate that. And make sure that you check out all the previous episodes. Go to firstgencp.com/podcasts. Once again, that's firstgencp.com/podcasts. You can find every single episode that you want. And also, speaking of which, you know what? For those honest written reviews as well as ratings, I want to share another one with you today. Today comes from JT Lynch RK. And this one says, multifamily insurance, had a great time with Billy. He's a fantastic interviewer and does a great job asking questions his listeners will want to know. This podcast is a fabulous source for anyone looking to get into real estate investing. So thanks again, JT Lynch RK. Really, really appreciate that. And once again, if you want to have your honest written review read and people heard around the world, then just go ahead and make sure that you do that. So listen, let me jump into today's conversation or solo episode, or just a couple of thoughts that I had on my mind. And it's kind of goes back to the last, maybe even the last, I know the last one, but maybe the last two conversations that we've talked about. But this one specifically takes me back to kind of when I was back in high school, and I ran track in high school. So there were two specific types of ways that I would run. One, I would run individually. So it was like just me running in my lane and running against other, people on my team and people on the other school's team. And I ran, and I would win the race or come in second or third, but I was always doing that by myself. And that was cool, but I didn't get a chance to really celebrate it with others. The other thing was I ran 4x4, 4x8, which is 4x400 and 4x800. And it was basically a relay. So I ran with other people. So it was a team race. And so there's just something about running with a team and being able to win together. Different feeling, the camaraderie, you have that additional support, and you're working together to be able to accomplish a goal, right? We want to be able to accomplish that reward. And so it's the same thing in business. You can do a lot of solo successes, and I lived this a lot in the software sales world. You go out and you're winning on your own, and you're the sales exec. But there's also something that goes to being the sales leader, when you're the leader of an organization, because you're bringing people together and you're working to get to the common goal that you have. And it's no different in business. It's no different in investing. Business, just like sport, it's important to select the right partners, work, train together, and then be able to get to the common goal. Well, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, Billy, but what does this have to really do with our investing, my investing, your investing? Well, I started taking a very similar thought about the way that I can invest with partners, but probably not the partners that you're thinking about. Get this. So when I started thinking about investing, when I started investing in alternative, quote unquote, assets, real estate was the first one. And now, as you know, a lot of other things, and really focused a lot in the energy sector today. But the idea was, who can I team with to also create benefit? And as I started thinking about one of the people that I could work together with so that we could benefit others was Uncle Sam, right? To work with the government. And because there are lots of things that the government wants done, needs done, but isn't as efficient in being able to do it. And a couple of the things that I started recognizing, where does the government need help? And I started thinking, okay, housing. Well, lots of people are creating housing, developers, and being able to manage housing, different jobs, job creation, also creation of food, and also creation of energy. And so I started down the initial path, which was creating housing, because I was an investor in housing and a business owner. So I was creating jobs locally and creating an ecosystem. And then also in the energy sector. Because the idea is to be able to team with the partner, Uncle Sam, to be able to do this. And you're probably thinking, okay, well, yeah, Billy, but what does that really mean? And so when you think about what are some of the different reasons that I was given to be able to invest with Uncle Sam or do the things that Uncle Sam didn't want to be able to do. So you think about all the different types of programs that exist. It makes it really obvious that also the government is looking for people, companies to help. Because you think about the things like the HUD program. There are very specific types of loans for development so that developers can go out and develop new housing. And that housing creates new jobs as well. It's job creation. All of these things come together. There are incentives there. You think about the voucher programs for meals. There are voucher programs that exist. And so as you're teaming and working with the government, you're providing certain types of food to be able to help feed other people. And then also too, in the energy sector, there are very specific tax laws that will stimulate or incentivize you to help in the production of energy, which is one of the things that I think most of you know that I really enjoy doing at this point in time, because we're helping once again. But it's about, in the same way that it was working with a team to be able to win the race, now it's also to be able to work with a team within a certain construct to be able to help and provide benefit to others. And depending on the level of risk that I was willing to take, the level of education that I had, number one, the risk that I was willing to take in the other team members that I had with me made sense to move forward on one of the specific areas or another. For instance, I've helped in the area of housing, in the area of job creation, in the area of energy creation. And it's the area of energy creation and teaming with Uncle Sam to be able to help to produce more energy is the thing that really helped to benefit the specific destination, investing destination that I was looking to go to with me and my family, right? That we're on this destination together. And it's about being aware of the different types of partnerships that you can create. And some of them are formal partnerships and some of them are just getting involved. Every time that you purchase a new home and you're providing housing, you're helping. But you're helping society. You're providing benefit to society. Every time that you can help to produce more energy. And these are the thoughts that I had going through my mind. Billy, you can produce more energy. You can help to produce more energy. And as I've done this and now helping other people who are investors to do that, other investors are now able to also participate and be able to help not only produce more energy, but most importantly, these types of investments are allowing investors to get closer to their investing destination. So the benefits of teaming go wide, very, very wide, and can go very, very deep. And I just wanted to make this kind of share this thought with you. Like I said, I don't want these to be long episodes. It's just to think another thought, a different way of how can you look at the way that you're investing. By the experiences that I've had, these were the areas that I was looking for. Can I help to provide housing? Can I help to provide jobs? Can I help to provide food? And now, can I also help to provide energy? And so being able to help in these different areas, recognizing that there are specific incentives or can be specific incentives to also help to stimulate your investment dollars, then this is a way for you to be able to evaluate it. Or at least that's the things that I've done. So let me just share it with you that way. Also, you know that there are, or if you don't know, there are specific areas in the energy sector in understanding the different types of income that when you are looking to see where you want to go on your investing destination, that is, if you have the education, you can also start to ask different questions. We've put this together in actually a guide for you. If you want to find out more about some of the things that I've done and been applying to my specific situation, someone who was an accredited investor who was a high wage earner in a W-2 job and being able to get out of that in my 40s, this was one of the biggest areas, one of the ways that I'm also moving forward in terms of teaming with the government and being able to provide more energy. So if you want to find out more about that, go to firstgencp.com/going long, and you can find out more information there. If you want to reach out to us, you can definitely do that. But also too, it's just a way to think about things a little bit differently as you start to create new alternatives for yourself. Once again, if you want to find out more, go to firstgencp.com/going long. While you're reading that and while you're thinking about today's solo episode, I'll be here preparing the next conversation. So until then, go out and make it a great day. And thank you very much. Trust that you enjoyed today's conversation. And once again, today's conversation was sponsored by First Generation Capital Partners. If you're an accredited investor and want to find out more about how we're helping accredited investors to gain their personal freedom even faster, go to firstgencp.com/going long.